Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed.
You did what? Mr. Lee, out of your 100 best friends, only girls are taking your hair down. But where are the boys? Do they not fit your criteria?
No objections.
Hey guys, and welcome to Mika Reaction Reviews, where we react to music things on the internet. Same day, same shirt, different video. And today we are reacting to a very old video, again, late to the party, but always coming to the party, about a teacher that went viral because he let kids, little girls, teenage girls play in his hair during school where he works. It went viral. A lot of people had conversations about it. I initially saw the clip on Instagram, and when I first saw it, I wasn't sure if I was going to react to it or not. But when I saw other people making videos and they sort of the different scene of opinions about this event, I wanted to talk about it. So there are some people who are like, this is extremely inappropriate. Some people are acting like, or feels like, that the people who are saying it's inappropriate are reaching, and that there's nothing wrong with this. This is just an involved teacher. We need more teachers like this that are involved in their students' lives. I am on the side of this is really fucking inappropriate. No, I'm not saying it's inappropriate because I think there's something explicitly sexual about it or anything like that. I'm not accusing this teacher of being sexually inappropriate with the students. I don't mean if he's grooming them or anything like that. I still think it's inappropriate, and he did respond to that part of allegations saying like, oh my god, you guys think this is sexual, is something wrong with you? And I hate when people say that, but I also think that's one of the reasons why he hung on to that allegation instead of the allegation that this is just inappropriate and unprofessional, because it's easier to dismiss that, right? It's easier to make people seem like they're so crazy and crazy conspiracy theorists because you saw me letting kids take my braids out of my hair and you immediately jump to like, you're sexually grooming them. But I don't think that was most people's problem. I think most people's problem was that this is just inappropriate because you are their teacher and this is unprofessional.
Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. But
I still hate that thing that people do when they go like, well, something wrong with you because you see something wrong with it, so you must be projecting, so you're the weirdo and you're the perv, because they're acting as if like this doesn't happen every single day. Story after 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 story every year for years now, for decades now, for generations now. Teachers have been accused and arrested and proven to have groomed and sexually abused their students. So I hate when people would say these things as if like we're pulling this out of our ass and this never actually happens. It happens more often than anybody wants to be comfortable enough to admit to. It happens all the time. So yeah, people are going to jump to conclusions because we've seen it happen time and time and time again. So I hate when people say that, oh, is something wrong with you? You're seeing something wrong with it. No, I'm seeing something that might be potentially wrong with this because it's happened before.
So for every one of those people that are like, oh, this is innocent, to act blind to that fact that pedophilia is a pervasive issue in our society currently, like right now, ongoing, is crazy.
I just feel like letting students do your hair is kind of crossing the boundaries.
I'm gonna be empathetic here and give you some grace. Being called all type of stuff that you're being called, that's probably infuriating. But you kind of walked into this.
And a lot of times these grooming situations with these teachers start off like this. Oh, we're just friends, we're just talking, we're just going to have coffee. There's nothing wrong with this. It's totally innocent, and boom, you're fucking a fucking 11-year-old and having kids with him. But that being said, I don't think that's what's happening with this teacher. Well, right now anyway, with what we've seen, with the evidence that we have, I still think it's inappropriate for you to have little girls, not little girls, but teenage girls, put their fingers in your hair. You are their teacher. You are not their bestie. You should not be calling them your bestie. You are a teacher. There should be a clear boundary between teachers and students. You are their teacher, not their parent, not their mom and dad, not their bestie, not their big brother. You are their teacher, and you are there to teach. That is it, and that's what he should have been focused on. I didn't hear not one parent who defended this guy, and I didn't hear him say one time, I never heard a student say one time, nobody brought up their grades, nobody brought up the fact that all of these students are passing their tests like like that. Nobody brought up the fact that these kids are getting scholarships in school to different colleges. Nobody actually talked about the quality of the teaching skills that the teachers has, or that he's actually passing down any knowledge to these kids. It was all about like, but he's just so involved with them and they love him. But is he teaching? That should be the focus as a parent. Are you actually teaching my students? Will they be able to graduate to the next class level in science? I think he's a science teacher. Are they actually retaining any of this knowledge? Can this get them a scholarship? Will they be able to survive as an adult? Will they be able to go to college? Those are the reasons why you send your kids to school, not to become besties with a grown-ass man.
Your least favorite part about school?
Learning.
For me, all of these parents who sat there and caped for this guy and approved of what he was doing, I guarantee you, most of these parents are single moms who are looking for a daddy figure for their daughters because they didn't have the smarts enough to make sure they didn't lay down and have kids with a man who wasn't going to be around to raise his kids. That's not always the case. Sometimes people change once you have kids, but a lot of times, a lot of people lay down and have babies with deadbeats, man or woman, and they kind of knew they were deadbeats before they lay down and had kids with them. So take some accountability. So I think a lot of these parents who are caping for this guy is probably single moms who are like, oh my god, at least she has some sort of male figure in her life, so I'll allow her to stay after school and put her fingers in this man's head and also do his nails.
No way you're still embarrassing yourself online. I'm gonna make you look foolish for a second time. You bet your ass I let my students paint my nails before.
And not only that, he was having these kids text his personal number and he's texting back with these kids. That is inappropriate. There needs to be boundaries.
Personally, for me, I think what is important to remember is that you have to set boundaries. He's still a teacher. He's still texting students, putting them on social media and calling students besties. That won't be a good look.
And another thing, I feel like as the generations go on, we normalize things because it's normal in our generation. Like TikToking yourself while you're at school. That in itself should not be allowed. You are at school. Do you want to be a teacher or do you want to be TikTok famous? Because for me, if you cannot separate yourself from your TikTok for 6-8 hours a day while you teach, it seems like to me you're more invested in being TikTok famous than you are a teacher. I don't think anybody should be TikToking at their profession, whether you are a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, a surgeon, a firefighter, a police officer, a military man or woman. I've seen these people TikToking and I'm like, do your job. Why are you TikToking? Like, it's weird to me. People are TikToking their surgeries and stuff like that. Surgeons are TikToking their surgeries. It's crazy to me, but like, because the younger generation has been born into the social media age, to them it's almost like normal that the teacher is TikToking while he's at school. I look at that and like, why are your students even on your TikTok? You can't separate yourself from your TikTok page for 6 to 8 hours a day? That's something wrong. Then go be a TikToker. Don't be a teacher. And to add to that, he doesn't separate this TikTok page where he put his students on from his personal TikTok. And he puts sexual adult sort of themes on his TikTok page, the same TikTok page that his students are on. So his students are seeing all the other uploads that are a little bit more adult because they're going to be on his TikTok page because they want to see themselves.
When the lunch lady comes by to ask if I need anything.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
You too, baby.
You too, baby. What you trying to get into?
Baby, I'm just doing my job.
See, you calling me baby again, and it don't sound like you just doing your
Young
job.
man, I'm gonna need you to stop.
Yeah, I see that little wagon on your back.
Oh, excuse me?
You trying to go behind the sesame seed oil and get down.
Security? Security.
Security ain't gonna stop me.
There's way too many boundaries being broken here, and he knows it because he plays into it. He's made a couple of TikToks sort of making skits of him knowing what he's doing is inappropriate, so he has to pretend he's not doing it when the administration comes around. Or even when he had the video of the girl braiding his hair, he says, I'm gonna stir the pot.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we?
He knows what he's doing is inappropriate, but now that he's suspended for school, I don't know if he's still suspended because the story's a little bit old, but if he's still suspended, now you're crying crocodile tears when you yourself admitted you knew this is a little bit inappropriate, that you're kind of pushing the buttons here, that you're kind of stirring the pot, that you're kind of doing something you shouldn't be doing. You knew that, but now you want to play victim.
Your 21 besties are filling you in on all the juicy tea and an admin walks in.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You feel me? And it's crazy because they won't even do it like that. It's customer. Hello. How are you doing today?
Summer break is just a couple months away.
I know
Came sooner than you thought, huh? And it did, because now he's crying on TikTok.
Hey, bestie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay.
And even if you don't think what you're doing is inappropriate or this is a boundary, I can't trust your judgment then as a teacher, because your judgment is off. If you can't see that this is something that you shouldn't be doing, regardless what your intentions are, you don't understand what you're doing is breaking boundaries and is unprofessional. If you don't get that in your adult brain, then I can't trust your judgment. It's the same thing with Michael Jackson sleeping in beds with little boys. Even if his intentions weren't to do anything wrong, if your judgment is that off that you can't see what you're doing is inappropriate, then I can't trust your judgment. The other parents don't know you. We don't know your intentions. We don't know what's in your heart. Only God knows what's in your heart. Again, it's this pretending, living in la la land like every single day. There's not a news story about a teacher just being inappropriate with his students. It happens all the time. So how am I supposed to know you? Again, I'm not accusing this guy of doing anything sexual. I don't even think he is. I just think it's inappropriate. And you might not have any intentions, but we know how teenagers are. We know how teenage girls are. They get crushes on teachers that don't play them any mind. So who's to say that one of these girls don't show up at your house, or one of these girls don't send you a picture on your phone and now it's on your phone? One of these girls don't show up at your house crying and sobbing. You let her in her house and the next thing you know, something happens. Even if you didn't do anything, she thinks something's gonna happen, and now you hurt her feelings because nothing happened, and she'd go running out of the house accusing you of doing something to them. It's just a messy situation, and why are you putting yourself in? Anyway, that's it. I'm done. It's more of a rant video than anything else. I just think it's inappropriate. I don't feel bad for this teacher for being suspended. I don't know if I think he should be fired. I think if he gets his job back, I think it should be no TikTok at school. Period. And no students in your TikTok. And for all the single moms out there keeping for this guy, I don't know, how about like get married and find a father that's gonna stick around instead of searching for a father figure at schools. That's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications when I do upload. All that really does help with the algorithm, guys. If you want to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the comment section down below, and you can super thanks, and you guys have an amazing, beautiful day.